So when I was 8 years old, I was diagnosed and medicated for ADHD, and I had successfully been medicated until about 2 weeks ago when, due to a medical issue, I had to get off my medication and any stimulant, including caffeine. So I'm now navigating ADHD as an adult. So the thing with ADHD is that if you're medicated, it doesn't mean that you have no symptoms. It means that your symptoms are alleviated. This has been something that I've really taken for granted because my entire life I've had extra time on tests, or I've had plans that I could make with a teacher or professor about how to better maximize my experience in a classroom. Why? Because I had a diagnosis which allowed me to better navigate the school system, the work system. But I feel like it caused me to both undermine the reality of how much ADHD plays a role in my life, and then two, how much I was tying my self-worth to my productivity, because it's literally been 2 weeks, but I just feel like I'm not getting as much done, and that's having a big effect on how I feel about myself. The way my ADHD works is that I can focus on things that I want to focus on, but I'm very impulsive. I just think that it's been a huge seismic shift, and so shout out to the people who are just now getting diagnosed, who are just now getting accommodations, who have had to go their entire lives not having that support system, because I have lived a privileged existence, and I'm just realizing now how important and pivotal those accommodations and coping mechanisms have been, and as well how helpful medication has been for me. I'm not against medication, I just can't be on it right now. But there have been some things that have helped. Body doubling, that was one of the #1 recommendations by y'all. You can also think of it as co-working. It's essentially when you work in proximity to someone, or they're on the phone with you, or FaceTime, or they're in the room with you, and their presence helping you feel like you can be on task. They might even reach over and say, hey, you were supposed to be writing an email, and now you're scrolling on Instagram. Get back to that. If you're doing that, finish till the end of the video, then get back to it. Another thing that has been so helpful is snacking. Snacking helps to keep my brain awake because I find myself being very tired due to the lack of dopamine. And something called the tomato timer or Pomodoro timer, which is when you do something that you don't want to do for 20 minutes and then do something that you do want to do for 5 minutes, and then you alternate until you take a big break, and then hopefully your stuff will be done. ADHD is no joke, and there are increased diagnoses of ADHD just like there have been increased diagnoses of autism. But that doesn't mean there's any epidemic. It means that we're getting better at learning how different brains work and embracing that neurodiversity. So don't fall for any fascist rhetoric that might tell you that neurodiversity tears families apart. It's hateful, it's bigoted, and it's a part of the fascist playbook. I don't usually ask for advice, so if you like to be helpful, now is your time to shine. If you have any tips, tricks, or guides about how I could better accommodate myself or navigate life as somebody who can't be medicated for ADHD at this time, please send them my way. I would appreciate it. See you later.